Hello, welcome back to another episode of Steve Actually Does Something. The goal today is to turn this and this into something that looks like this. Insert photo. Hopefully that's what I finished building. If not, you won't see the photo. 2 years into retirement, I'm finally getting to it. I guess it's better late than never. I'd got all the wood before, well, it's just an old junk piece of plywood the old man had laying up here against the back shed back yonder. There it is right there. And that sink was something I got off a lady a decade ago or better, I guess. I had a game cleaning table, but a tree limb tore it up. I just ain't never got back to putting it together. You don't need one, man. I just think it makes cleaning fish or small game a lot easier. And last one I put up, I don't think I didn't have to buy anything. I had to buy a couple 2x4s this time because I didn't have enough to do the job with, to frame it out and stuff with. But last time I think I had everything. It didn't cost me a nickel. This time it cost me a few dollars for some 2x4s. It'll last 3 or 4 years, and I'll have to put another top on it because that top ain't worth a darn. And I didn't do no cutting or nothing for that one, except for the leg length, because I went ahead and built it the same size as the daggone sheet of plywood. This one here I'm gonna have to cut down because it ain't worth a darn. I'm gonna have to use 2 foot in the middle there and cut it down to about 6 foot instead of 8 foot. But that's the thing, man, it's totally customizable. You can buy you one. I don't know what they cost. You can buy a portable one. I've seen guys use ironing boards. Those are perfect. You just fold it up and store it in the shed and bring it out when you want to clean. Those are perfect. You get you an old ironing board. You make them out of pallets. I seen a guy making it out of a pallet. And that's nice because inside the pallet, the top of it, you got little places to stick your knives or whatever up in there, because it's got self-made cabinets like. So you can make them as big or as small as you want. I just use old wood for mine. People don't like to use wood because I don't use treated wood. I do for the frame and the legs, but the top I just use an old piece of plywood. Some people don't like to use it because germs and stuff, but you got to think for decades or centuries they had them every pier you went to. That's all they had was a wood cleaning table. People used those, never thought twice about it, but now all of a sudden everybody's scared of everything under the sun. I come over here last spring and made a video sitting right there. And that's when that crepe myrtle, I don't know how well you can see it from here, it was in full bloom. It was a pretty thing, man, it was pretty. But I think I was making a video about how the simple things mean so much more to you. They mean more than you realize, especially as you get older. I ain't posted on here. I didn't think it had anything to do with retirement, but I might. It might already be posted before I post this one. But I didn't bring the legs with me today. I don't know if I'll get to that far or not. I think I'm just gonna frame it out and put the sink in it. And step inside, talk to Mom. I just come from in there. And I'll work for an hour or so, sit down for an hour or so, have a glass of tea, and then we'll rethink things. All right, I got the first day tackled. I'm gonna go to the house now. I'm gonna cut my legs. I got the 4x4s for the legs at the house. I'll bring them back tomorrow, and might come back this evening and screw them on. Then she'll be ready to take to the house. We'll take a look at it, and I screwed up like normal. That's why you don't ever hire me to do a darn thing. Not even go out and get the mail. What I did is I forgot to allow another 2 inches here for the back of it. So I had to, well, I would have done it this way anyways. That's the way I lock it in because it's got a lip there. So usually I'll put a board up in here and screw her down, and then I'll screw it to this one here. So, and I'll screw it to the outside and then the inside. It'll hold that sink. That sink's heavy. This whole thing's going to be about 200 pounds. Probably going to get it finished. But I'll put the legs on there, and I'll wait till I get it to the house, because I got some old lawnmower wheels I want to put on the bottom of them the table, and I'll be able to pull it around the yard with the lawnmower. So, but other than that, I mean, it's the same way I would have done it anyway, except for I'd have had 2 more inches on the outside here. So that's the way I did the last one. It held up. If it hadn't been for that tree down, you can see what damage it done to it. See how it bent that? You hit that right there and just come right down in the middle of that daggone table and just collapsed it. But this cast iron stuff, it ain't going nowhere. So, but had lunch with Mama. She made me a Spam sandwich. I love Spam. Hello, welcome back to day 2 of a 2-hour build. That's the beauty of retirement, Doc. You can do pretty much what you want, when you want, and how you want to do it. But that's my problems as a carpenter. I can't build squat. I can usually get it to work, but it ain't. Nah, forget it. But anyways, I didn't do anything last night when I come home. I sat down, had a glass of tea, and then we had dinner, and then I went on to bed. So I'm gonna cut these boards real quick. These are the 4x4 posts. This one here I've had for a long time. I bought the wrong size one time when I was repairing the steps up front. And this one here would come from Dad. It was an old fence post he had. He had a fence around his yard like that, and it was on the inside. You can see how it's painted on this side, but it's not the rest of them. It's just what was facing him. Still got the topper on it. I probably had that one there for probably a decade. I brought it home and stuck it in the shed. I figured I'd find a use for it one day. But you can see it's rotted. See how bad it's rotted down there? I'm still going to use it. I use it. All I got to do is cut these in half. Cut them right in half, give or take 1/8 of an inch or something like that. I ain't got to worry about it being too level, because it's going over yonder on the other side of the garden. The ground ain't all that level over there to begin with, so I don't fool with it. But I'm gonna cut these. I'm gonna run over to Mama's and attach them to the sink, and everything ought to be good. We'll see. Well, I cut those. I'm getting ready to head back over to Mama's. I screwed up yesterday. I wanted to take you on the drive from Mama's over to here. I hit it on time lapse, so it real speed right through, but I don't know, I hit the wrong button somewhere, so I think I'll reverse it today and show you the trip from here to Mama's. Alright, here we are. Everything's still standing. I don't know if that's good or bad. Shows I did something right anyways. Got over here, Mama had just ordered groceries. I run in town with her to pick them up. So we'll get on this and we'll flip it over and give it a look and see what you think. Well, there it is. Ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but I get it home, I'll clean it up, and then we'll go from there. My plan is, that's the back side. This is the front side. I can clean everything over here, use this one for my gut pile, and then use this one here. I can put a stopper down in here and fill it up with water. Just put my clean stuff down in there and use this here for like a bucket or whatever. It turned out about like I expected it. Well, I was using nothing but a lot of trash wood. That plywood wasn't much good at all. It's the reason it's a lot narrower than it used to be. The original one was 4 foot by 8 foot, the same size as a piece of plywood. But I got plans on getting one of these old pieces of plywood here. And setting it on down there to set my gut bucket on. And I just throw everything down in the bucket there. And when I get to the house, I'm gonna put my braces across because I want them high enough to where I can hook it up to my riding mower and tow it wherever I want it. I'm gonna put my wheels down there. I got some old push mower wheels. I'm gonna drill a hole through here, stick them in there. Then I can tow it anywhere I want it. Cause this sucker's heavy, Doc. I ain't lying. It's a couple 100 pounds. It's heavy. I'm gonna put it in the back of the truck upside down. Then when I get to the house, I'll be able to slide it out, tip it up, and set it straight. Set it straight. It'll work fine. But anyways, it's too late for fishing, but it's just in time for squirrel season. Well, there it is, finished product. Only took me 4 or 5 days. Work on it a little bit at a time whenever I felt like it. I got around to it. Only reason I put these wheels on it was to transport it. When I get it out there where I want it, I'm gonna take them off and just set it right on the ground. But I did build me a shelf for my gut bucket up under here. So that's gonna be nice. I could have used them holes there and went ahead and put me a daggone faucet up here and, you know, go ahead and hook it up to the garden hose, but I'm just going to drag the garden hose out there and use that. It's just easier, man, you know. And I mean, you can customize them any way you want. You can put your daggone like a frame up here so you can hang little pots on it or whatever, or knives. Put your cover over it and a light. You can do all kinds of things to it, man. I just wanted a simple cutting board on top of a sink so I could use it. That's it. I don't save everything I catch down at the river anyways. It just makes it easier. It's chair height, kitchen counter height, probably about 36 inches tall. So, but let me get it out there. I'm gonna take the wheels off of it and give you one last look, and then I'll appreciate you for the watching. Well, there it is at its final resting place. Like I said, man, you can customize these things any way you want. I just wanted something that makes it a little bit easier on me. Clean a handful of fish, a few squirrels, that's all. This is going to work perfect for me. They sell some stuff called Starboard. It's marine grade plastic. It's food safe too, I believe. That stuff's expensive. So, get a piece this big here, be over $100. So I just went with what I had. I had everything but I think 2 2x4s. I think it took 3.5 to build it. So I mean, 3 something a piece, you know, I'm $6 $7 I'm into it. The last one I didn't cost me a nickel. Everything was already had. So but anyways, man, that's it. I'll let you go. I appreciate you watching. Sorry it's so long, but I'm not much of a builder, and it takes me a long time to do anything. Y'all take care of yourselves.